Hi everyone, I'm currently organizing all of my camera gear. I'm going to the Kruger National Park next week on a photographic trip, and I'm planning on recording a full behind the scenes video about the trip and about how I take my photographs. But I thought it would be interesting today to share with you what camera gear is actually in my camera bag, what I use to create my photographs and record the videos. Now, a quick disclaimer, I've paid for every single one of these items with my own money. I'm not sponsored, this video is not sponsored. These are all my own opinions, and I just want to make it very clear, I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. This is exactly what I use, and I use it for very good reason, which I'll show you shortly. So I think let's start with a camera bag. I use an f-stop Talopa camera bag. This bag has given me excellent service for the last probably about 10 years. It's the only camera bag I use, and I like it because I can hike with this bag. I often walk to locations to photograph, and it stores my gear very nicely, and it's very comfortable to use. Access to the camera gear is at the back through this panel here. You open it up, and what I really like about the bag is I can put it down when I'm photographing, open the back zip, and it gives me good access. So it's got a nice tough panel on the front here to allow me to put it down without any worry. The tripod that I'm using, it's just a small travel tripod. I like to hike with this, and I also use it for my wildlife photography. I don't own a super telephoto lens at the moment, so I don't have a need for any big gimbal heads or anything like that. So I mainly prefer to handhold my gear, but this is a nice little tripod that I can strap to the side of my bag. Then moving on to the other item I strapped to the side of my bag is this wildlife photography blind. It's basically a canvas sheet or a nice big bit of material that you put over yourself, and it's essentially a hide. So I can walk with this over my head. So what I normally do is I get to a location, put it on, put it over my camera bag, and I can slowly get closer to the subject or to the dam or whatever, for example. And it disguises myself very well from the wildlife. So it's a nice portable little photo blind that I keep in my bag, and it's the same color as my lens coat on my lens here, which I'll talk about shortly. Something else that I store in the front of my bag is just a pouch containing chargers and battery chargers and cleaning equipment and that sort of thing. So that slots in at the front of my bag. Moving on to less important camera stuff. A nice torch and a nice headlamp for working in low light conditions if I'm walking back to my car or back to camp. And then I've got a simple power bank that I use to charge batteries with. I'm filming this video with a Nikon Z8, which for me is the best camera I have ever used. It's an all-round camera, but for wildlife photography, it's superb. The 20 frames per second, the eye tracking on the autofocus, the general autofocus capabilities, the extended buffer. The buffer basically doesn't run out on a wildlife shoot, and I've taken some amazing photographs with it, and it's not let me down. I've had it for about 6 months, and I'm really coming to grips with the camera and hoping to do a review soon about the camera for wildlife photography. So on the lens now also, I'm shooting this video with a Nikon Z 20mm f1.8. I use that for landscapes, for astro, but I also use it in my YouTube studio to record all of these videos. That is a superb lens. It's super sharp. The other lens I have is a Nikon 24-120, the Z lens. It's an f4 lens. I would like to have an f2.8 lens, but because of the high ISO capabilities on the Nikon Z8, I find f4 is okay for low light photography. So this is a really nice zoom range. I shoot a lot of landscapes with this, but I mainly use this lens for wider wildlife scenes where you want to incorporate a bit of the environment and that sort of thing. I would like to have a second camera. At the moment, I've only got the one Nikon Z8. I'd like to get a second camera for this, but at the moment, I just swap lenses when I need to use this one. And now my favorite wildlife lens of all time. I've got this Nikon Z180-600. I've got this camo cover on to disguise myself when I'm in the photo blind, but also just to protect it from knocks and bumps. But like I said, this is one magnificent lens. I love that the zoom on this lens is internal. The lens doesn't extend at all when I zoom in and out, but as far as the versatility goes and what you actually get for your money, I would find it very difficult to find a better wildlife lens. I've got a rain cover for that. I hardly ever use this because the weather sealing on this gear is very good, but in very heavy downpours I do use this rain cover. Now on my lenses, I have got two filters. I've got a polarizer, circular polarizer, and a 10 stop neutral density filter. Those are the only filters I use. I don't really use them that often, but if I'm shooting some landscapes, I do use those. And then just some spare memory cards that I keep inside this pouch here. Spare lens cloths, and then I've got a pair of binoculars. This is an old pair, a Nikon Monarch 5. They've served me very well. They're still going very strong. And then just some odds and ends. I've got some microphones here, a Rode Video Micro. I've also got a Rode Video Mic Go 2, I think it's called, filming this video or recording the audio for this video now. I've got a Zoom recorder. This is nice to record ambient sounds. It's a stereo microphone as well, and that's just the dead cat for that. And then recording my vlogs or my behind the scenes videos, I use this action camera. It's the DJI Action 4. I really like this thing. Obviously, being an action camera, I can submerge this in water, put it in the rain, throw it around, and it can really get me some creative angles, which a normal camera probably could do if you want to get it dirty. And I've got a DJI Mic 2 that I connect straight to this camera, and this is really good because it connects wirelessly. So I can have this sitting on my shirt, and my action camera can actually be a bit further away. And I can also start and stop recording using this small microphone. And then I've got some action mounts here that I can use to mount the action camera to. I've got a Peak Design strap, which is really good design. It allows you to clip the strap on and off very, very easily. And then I've got spare batteries for the action camera, for the Zoom audio recorder. I've got some batteries for my camera. And then this, the Axoon Simo. Now, what this allows me to do is record my EVF on my camera, which I find is a really, really good educational tool to allow me to share my camera or what my camera is seeing with you. Just connects via HDMI cable, connects to my phone. I can mount the phone on the front here, put it on the hot shoe of my camera, and then I can actually monitor and record what my camera EVF is seeing. So that's nice. You can show people how to set focus points or talk about composition and that sort of thing. I'm traveling to Kruger, like I said, again next week, and I'm going to film a full behind the scenes look at that. But if you want to look back at another trip I did to the Kruger where I did film how I take my photographs, check out this video here. I share some really nice wildlife photography techniques that I know can help you take better photographs.